Learn today's latest reports surrounding these concrete efforts are being made for this Serie A star, and surely there is no way we may even consider selling Andrey SANTOS. My friends, lot to unpack, lot to break down, and we're going to be touching on Mohamed Kudus from West Ham. Show him some love, man. Hit that like button, get me at least 100 likes, and subscribe to the channel if it's your first time. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's get straight into things. Interesting updates surrounding Mohamed Kudus, because the reports in England are confirming that it seems like West Ham may be forced to sell Mohamed Kudus, their star player, man, to be able to refund their squad in the summer window. This is the music to my ear. As we all know, there's 85 million euros that will become active this summer. The reports suggest that West Ham may be forced to sell Mohamed Kudus under his current 85 million euros. I think this makes sense, man. Numbers wise, it has not been his greatest season, because you cannot even really blame him, man. The current of the mess West Ham are in, man, they're not been doing good, man. They're at the bottom half of the table, like 17th, 16th in the table, man. Not good enough. I think if you come and pay the whole full release clause, you can get Mohamed Kudus, man. And for me, this makes sense, man, because you potentially signing the best dribbler in the Premier League. Successfully, he is the best dribbler, man. This guy, I remember him at Stamford Bridge last season. Even if we beat them, but the way he destroyed my players in my midfield, this guy can play in the midfield. He can play wide and even up front. And this guy plays every role, and he plays on the highest level, man. For me, I think this is an opportunity for us to go for Mohamed Kudus. Every single day of the week, I'll take Mohamed Kudus. And this guy, as you guys remember, back in summer, we tried to sign him before we signed Moses Caicedo. He was the guy we tried to go for, but we needed Moses Caicedo more because he was coming close to the window, and then we end up dropping it, and he went to West Ham, but he wanted to come to Chelsea, and then West Ham ended up getting him, man. This guy is very skillful player, man. He has the fastest. I like him, man. His intelligence on the ball, he's so good, man. But getting him to Chelsea, taking him from West Ham, I don't think, for me, he's a West Ham level. No disrespect to West Ham, but getting him, it will be a really good job, man. And what do you think on West Ham, guys? I would like to know your thoughts and opinions on this player, man. But because for me, I don't think Grant Potter is getting the best out of him this season, man. Even if this season he's not been really good, but we all know what Mohamed Kudus can do, man. Last season, what he did, and even at Ajax, I remember, man. I think right now he's one of the most sellable assets if they comes to the money, man. I think every single club in the Premier League, if he's putting on sale, everyone will buy him. For 85 million euros, I think it's too much. I think they can even take 60. But one thing you guys cannot really forget about this, guys. El Nassr are in for him. You have to take these Saudi clubs very seriously, man. They just took John Daram to Saudi because they're trying to buy him for 120 million. And if it's an option for from the West Ham side, I think for them it will do much better if the Saudi comes in and buy him. But when it comes to the Premier League, I don't think he's done yet in the Premier League, man. This guy can be someone who can carry the team to the glory, man. We don't really have strong carriers here, man. I would like to have a few more of these guys here, man. The only guy I know I can take on his man right now is Jadon Sancho, and even Nani Madueke and Estavo when it comes next season after the Club World Cup. And for me, I think Mohamed Kudus will be a great profile for us. Let's get him, because this guy can create spaces for his teammate, and he can finish and do that. He makes everyone better around him, man. Let's watch the space around here, man. Let me know in the comment down below. Let us know, man, what you think on Mohamed Kudus. And now let's touch on Andrey SANTOS. We have some very interesting reports coming surrounding Andrey SANTOS, because Kudus reports that Arsenal are showing strong interest in our star player Andrey SANTOS. At the moment, he believes that Andrey SANTOS is set to return to the club in the summer after his Strasbourg loan, and that's what I expected, man. I don't believe this news. Naturally, I'm going to give you guys the news first, and then I'll give you my opinion after. But one thing I'd say is, man, if Arsenal is trying to take advantage of this situation, don't you try to attempt my guy, man. This player, we cannot sell him. If we sell Andrey SANTOS, it would be one of the biggest disappointment we have done at this club in the recent history, man. Because I'm gonna tell you guys, man, I rate this kid, Andrey SANTOS, is one of the best midfielder in Europe right now. He's only 20 years old, man. And we make sure we create the best possible pathway into our team to make sure this guy reaches his world-class level. That's what I get from this one. Anyway, the fee we keep seeing like is from 45 to 50 million euros. I don't think this is enough, man. I don't think, for me, I think Andrey SANTOS is about from 60 to 80 million. I think that's his level, man. Because this guy, for me, he's the best midfielder in France right now, man. Because this season, 10 goals, 3 assists. As a midfielder, he can play as a 6 and as an 8. He's been crushing the box this season more, especially under his manager is really been doing good, man. Really, if we know like so many clubs are interested in him, I'm just not going to get too cocky. And I think the club should not, because this club have a potential of talk to SANTOS and persuade him and try to turn his head and go to them, man. Because like Bayern Munich, man. Bayern Munich right now out there, for me, they are in the better situation than us, man. As you can see in the Arsenal team, man, Jorginho and Partey may end up leaving at the end of the season. But as it been reported like yesterday that Partey will sign a 2-year contract, Mikel Arteta, like he reported that like in a press conference. But one thing I can say this, man, Andrey SANTOS, we cannot let him to go to a rival, especially like a team like Arsenal that is doing better than us, man. We need to be able to tell SANTOS that we know for the last 2 seasons you're supposed to be here and we change our mind. You pass every test that is given to you, every single test with the flying colors, man. He's getting A+ for every single game, man. If that's not enough to be getting enough serious minutes in the first team, then we're not serious, man. SANTOS right now, he's a new farm pedigree, man. He's on a different pedigree right now, man. I think for me, if he comes in this team, Romeo Lavia, it's going to be so hard for him to get into this team next season, especially with the injuries, man. In terms of try to find a negative angle into this Chelsea team, Moses Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Andrey SANTOS, and I think for me, he's going to be fighting into that space with Enzo Fernandez as an 8. And I think truly Enzo Fernandez may hold the bench next season, but I don't want to see that, man. And I don't want to see Andrey SANTOS leaving us this summer. And for me, if Andrey SANTOS himself, he decides to like to go somewhere, possibility, man. If we are presented with ridiculous money, if someone giving like a bid of 70, 80, 90 million, it would be very, very hard for the club to turn that money down. But if it was up to me, I'm not going to sell him, man. Maybe I think these sporting directors, they need to be able to feel like this kid is incredible, because maybe they may take the money and use the money like somewhere else. But for me, if it was my option, and if it's between SANTOS going or Romeo Lavia going, I will sell Romeo Lavia, because the guy has not been fit, and I know he's only 20 years old too as well. He can still become better. Share your thoughts and opinions on Andrey SANTOS. And now let's talk about the last news. We're getting some big reports coming from Italy. We discussed a surprise news coming from Zambo Anguissa from Italy. This guy, he is a Cameroonian international. He's one of the most improved players this season in the Serie A, because last season his season was very, very mid. And as you guys remember, when Napoli won the Scudetto, he was one of the most impact player, one of the most important player in that season. He wants to leave at the end of this season, and it comes from a few reasons. The player, after spending 4 years at Napoli, he's thinking about exploring a different division, at a different league. The reports reported that ourselves and AS Monaco are the one showing a lot of interest, and the reports you show like some concrete news, we're trying to sign him in. Listen, will I take him? Yes. And as the reports have been reported that he's available for free at the end of the season, but Napoli have advantage of activating the 2 years so they can get some money from this player. But I think for me, one thing I will say with Napoli, man, when it comes to dealing with Napoli, I don't like it, man. It's a bad club to deal with, man. And if he can make his portability and don't activate that 2 years and just leave at the end of the season, and we can get him for free, a player of his magnitude, I will get him, and what he can offer becomes a serious candidate in the title race, man. I'm sure Anguissa wants to wait until the end of the season, because Napoli are locked in and battling for Inter Milan for the Scudetto, man, because they're all sitting on the same point, man. And listen, man, Napoli has become a serious club, man, because you can see McTominay. They have some former Chelsea players, Lukaku, man. They're killing it at Napoli, man. And maybe selling him and leaving him at the end of the season will be the best for him, man. He's been at Napoli for 4 years. He's one of the best midfielders, man. 6 goals and 6 assists. And I think that game he had against Atalanta, I think he assisted Lukaku twice, man. He absolutely run things, man. For you guys who know your football, man, seeing Anguissa rise from his Fulham, like when he's playing in the Premier League, he has become better, man. I remember when he was in the Premier League, no one was even talking about him, man. Especially, man, as right now, Anguissa is one of the top defender, he's one of the top midfielders in the Serie A right now, and that could show me maybe you can go and get him, because he can come as a senior, someone experienced, because we lack experience in this Chelsea team, man, especially in the middle of the park. And I know someone like Moises Caicedo may need help, may need that leadership, man. He's one of those players, analyze his opponent he has played with, and he's kind of adjust accordingly so he can get advantages like against your opposition. I think this should be the normal thing, like according in football, but not all the teams, man. But one thing I'll say, man, I've seen him play in African, and I'm gonna tell you guys, man, playing in Europe and playing in African is 2 different things, man. And every time I see Anguissa playing for Cameroon, it's always amazing. He's always incredible, man. And I've seen him have some crazy performance against Atalanta. Obviously, this guy has a height like 6'1", very strong early. He can offer something we don't have in the midfield. As you guys know, Moises Caicedo is short, and Enzo Fernandez, even Romeo Lavia and Andrey SANTOS, but he'll be one of the tallest midfielders we have, and he's going to offer that physicality and that leadership as well, man. So, the style of play, man, I think he may complement for Moises Caicedo, man, how he play, man. He can crush the box. He's very elite with ball control and all that kind of stuff. I think he's predominantly uses the skills, man. He's a very skillful guy, man. And sometimes I wonder, man, how players like this end up playing like for small club like Napoli, all the kind of stuff. No disrespect, but Anguissa has experience at the age of 29 years old, coming back to us now, ending with things. It's pretty fascinating that we are really, our names is linked with a player who's kind of aging of his career, who is almost done with his career. As you guys were reported this like for the past few weeks, that Chelsea now is not just looking for young players. We are looking for experience as well, players who can come in and help us to challenge for next season, man. So guys, let me know in the comment down below, what are your thoughts on all the news today? The reports revealed that we are linked with a few midfield players. And I'm thinking to myself, how does this balance work? Enzo, Caicedo, Esugo, Santos, Lavia. Palmer can play on the right hand side, because Palmer needs to play for this team. And someone may say like, oh, he may go on the right hand side, but I don't know, man. Because maybe the fullback can be the winger, I don't know. So guys, let me know in the comment down below, what are your thoughts? And I'll see you guys in the next one, and take care of yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not, and take care of yourself, and God bless you.